Hello, here are some strategies for simplifying trigonometric expressions. Keep in mind that we are in the trig identities section, so you will be using the trigonometric identities to simplify these expressions. The main trig identities that you will be using are the reciprocal, quotient, and Pythagorean identities. Keep in mind that the Pythagorean identities always have an exponent of 2 somewhere in there that you can simplify. You will maybe find yourself needing to combine fractions using a common denominator. Sometimes you might have to break fractions apart. And then other times you might have to factor. Keep a lookout for difference of squares. When we did that cutout activity, we had some expressions that we could simplify that had maybe 1 minus cosine squared x on the numerator. Well, that's a difference of squares that we could simplify to 1 minus cosine x, 1 plus cosine x. So trigonometric expressions has difference of squares just like any other type of algebraic expression. It just might be a little harder to see because of the trig functions kind of nested in there. And these strategies are in no particular order, so you might break a fraction apart and then factor it and then maybe use an identity, or vice versa. So it just depends on the expression that you're given and the logical flow of how the expression itself works. Also keep in mind that you might try one method of simplification. It might not work, and then you might have to go to the drawing board and go back to the drawing board and start over again. And that's okay. Uh, it's okay to have to retry some of these things. It doesn't make you any less good at the math. In fact, when you persevere through solving problems, it makes you even better at doing math. So don't expect to get them the first time you try them. There's very few people who do get them the first time that they try them. So it's okay to have to try them a couple of times.